What's up, YouTube? It's Quavo back with another video. Bro, today I got a reaction video for y'all today. It's a crazy story of how Reek 1200 killed two teens in one day. I need to start using my camera, bro. I'm gonna start using my camera, but I just need to get an SD card, bro. I be trying to get it be hard, bro. I be trying. Then I be have to download the clips, but that's besides the point. If you're new to my channel, subscribe, turn on post notifications, like the video. We close to 50 subscribers, gang. Let's get that 50. I'm posting every day, 2 times a day, every day, until next year, nigga. Hold me on that, nigga. I'm gonna post 2 times a day for the next, nigga, every day, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga. Every day we posted for 2 days, nigga. 2 videos a day, every day. If I don't get 2, I'm gonna at least post 1. So I'm gonna make up for it. But come on, let's go ahead and hop into this fucking reaction, bro.
Developing now, a 15-year-old shot and killed in North Philadelphia. Police say that he was shot multiple times on the 2500 block of Sydenham Street tonight. Officers rushed the young teenager to Temple University Hospital, where he later died. No one has been arrested.
From a North Philadelphia teenager rapping about the struggle to one of the city's most talked about drill artists, Reek 1200's rise was fast and fueled by the streets. Tied to both YBC and YFA, his music reflected violence, gang life, and recklessness. But behind the tracks was a life spiraling into chaos. That chaos exploded when Reek was charged with murdering 2 teens in a single day, a crime that sealed his fate before he even reached adulthood.
This young nigga. I'm telling you, young niggas, you Philly niggas got no chill at all. Like, you niggas be on go. This nigga's 15. 2 bodies. He's cooked. He didn't get to live his life. And I paused the video because why do niggas constantly keep wearing them blue gloves? You're going to jail, buddy. You might, bro. If you can unlock your phone, bro. If you got say you get an iPhone 7 or something, and you use your button. If you can use your button through the glove, you're cooked. You might as well shit. It's leaving the same, bro. You might as well go no glove.
Much of the information about his early life comes from a detailed article from the Philadelphia Inquirer, which included exclusive interviews with Reek from behind bars. This is the story of the rise and fall of Reek 1200. Reek 1200, or Samaj Nolan, was born and raised in North Philadelphia, growing up near 12th Street and Susquehanna Avenue. His early life was shaped by hardship. His mother had him when she was just 16 years old, and his father's presence was short-lived. Reek's father was killed when he was just 1 year old, leaving him with only faint memories of the man. In fact, Reek's father spent much of his infancy behind bars, and the brief window when he wasn't incarcerated was tragically cut short when he was shot and killed. Despite these early losses, Reek described his childhood as relatively normal, at least by the standards of North Philly. He and his friends spent their days hanging out in the neighborhood, often with little to do. By the time Reek was 12, his behavior had started to shift. He began smoking weed regularly, and soon after, joyrides and stolen cars became part of his routine. Violence wasn't yet a defining factor in his life, but he was already drifting away from the structure that school was supposed to provide. In middle school, Reek's attendance became inconsistent, and by 8th grade, he was skipping class more than he was showing up. This was all.
Nigga, how you don't graduate middle school? Middle school's the easiest shit ever. Nigga, all you gotta do is show up. And you're graduating. Nigga, all I did was show up. Nigga, 6th through 8th grade, show up. Now high school, that's when it started getting like, alright, I understand why some people drop out, but gang, if you do the same thing in high school, they don't teach you nothing nowadays, bro. show up, do the work. It's simple. If you don't do the work, ask somebody. But there's no way you should be not graduating middle school, bro.
Also the period when he began taking his rap career more seriously. Reek had been writing songs since he was around 8 or 9 years old, but as his teenage years arrived, music started to consume more of his time. By 13, Reek had fully embraced his rap persona, calling himself Reek 1200. The name Reek 1200 was a reflection of both his identity and his environment. The name Reek came from a nickname his friends gave him, while 1200 represented his block, 12th and Susquehanna in North Philadelphia. His early songs had a melodic tone, focusing more on his experiences as a North Philly teen. But things started to change in late 2020 when drill music, a subgenre rooted in violence and gang culture, began to take hold in Philadelphia. Reek shifted his focus, and his music became darker, filled with references to shootings, guns, and the beef between his crew and their enemies. At 14, Reek's life took a drastic turn. While fleeing police in a stolen car with friends, they crashed the car, and Reek was thrown from the vehicle during a crash. He was ejected through the windshield and left lying in the street, unconscious and severely injured.
Oh, hell no. After that, nigga, God gave me a second chance. I'm out of here. I'm done with this street shit. I'm done. So what? God gave me a second chance.
He spent several days in a coma and woke up with no recollection of how old he was. The crash left him with multiple facial fractures and severe damage to his temporal and frontal lobes, the parts of the brain that control emotions and decision-making, which might have played a role in the crimes he would go on to commit. Doctors warned Reek that he needed significant recovery time, recommending that he enter an inpatient facility to heal. But Reek refused. Instead of following the doctor's recommendations, he went right back to his old habits, smoking, rapping, and eventually turning to pills. At 15, Reek witnessed a shooting that marked a major turning point in his life. He and his friends were hanging out in a park when an argument broke out. One of the teens pulled out a gun and shot someone in their group. While the victim survived, the aftermath tore Reek's social circle apart. Trust was gone, and paranoia crept in. Reek believed he couldn't rely on anyone, so he started carrying a gun. It wasn't long before the violence escalated. Reek's crew, now calling themselves the Young Face Arrangers, or YFA, they gained a reputation for targeting their rivals. The group's chilling nickname referred to the disfigurement that often came with gunshot wounds to the face, a grim reflection of the violence they were embracing. As tensions rose, Reek was introduced to members of the Young Bag Chasers, YBC, a West Philly crew that had gained a following for blending drill rap with real-life violence. Reek quickly became a key figure in their music videos, flashing guns and rapping about street conflicts that blurred the line between entertainment and reality. He and YBC members collaborated on songs throughout 2020, their growing fan base drawn to the raw, violent narratives they delivered. By this point, Reek's music had fully shifted to drill. His songs became more aggressive, openly taunting his rivals and even hinting at specific shootings. Tracks like Oh No and Headcrackers painted a picture of a young rapper deeply entangled in the violence he was describing. On May 25, 2021, Reek's street lifestyle reached a deadly climax. He and 2 associates set out that evening, armed and looking for their enemies. Their first stop was in West Philadelphia, on the 3900 block of Popular Street, where their enemies were known to hang. Once they got there, they mistakenly shot and killed 18-year-old Nasir Marks, who they thought was a rival enemy, but just happened to be an innocent that was walking down the block at the wrong time.
And he had nothing to do with anything. That's why people need to know they ops, bro. You out here killing innocent niggas. He had nothing to do with nothing. Probably. I ain't gonna say he didn't, because some people say he's innocent the whole time he be. So, as we know from this, he had nothing to do with nothing.
A half hour before that shooting, an 18-year-old was shot and killed in the city's Mantua section. Police have already identified him as Nasir Marks. He was shot multiple times in the 3900 block of Poplar Street around 7:30. No one has been arrested. As of last night, the city's homicide count was at 206. That is 40% higher than this time 1 year ago.
On May 25, 2021, at approximately 7:29 p.m., Philadelphia police officers responded to reports of a shooting on the 3900 block of Poplar Street in the Mantua section of the city. When officers arrived, they found 18-year-old Nasser Marks suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Officers quickly placed Nasser in their patrol vehicle and rushed him to Penn Presbyterian Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead later that evening. Nasser Marks was just 2 weeks away from graduating from Overbrook High School. His plans were set for the future. He was preparing to attend Kutztown University in the fall. On the night of the shooting, Nasser had been wearing his Kutztown University hoodie, a symbol of his bright path ahead. According to his father, Jermaine Thurman, Nasser was set to become the first member of their household to attend college.
Oh no. Hell no. Hey, hell no.
On the day he was killed, Nasser left his home to visit his girlfriend who lived down the bottom, a trip that should have only taken about 15 minutes. Authorities reported that the shooter was possibly wearing a ski mask and fled the scene in a stolen green SUV. Philadelphia Chief Inspector Scott Small highlighted the tragedy, noting that Nasser's murder occurred within a short window of another shooting that claimed the life of a 15-year-old in a separate incident that same evening. Marks, who was just weeks away from graduating high school, had no involvement in the conflict that led to his death. 30 minutes later, Reek and his crew drove to North Philadelphia and gunned down 15-year-old Kanye Pittman, who you might know as the young bull from the back block. This time, it was not a case of mistaken identity.
Police also rushed to a separate second shooting around 8 o'clock Tuesday night when officers found...
Whoa. Nigga, that wasn't even 30 minutes apart. Yo, these niggas be wildin'.
15-year-old Kanye Pittman fatally shot on the 2500 block of Sydenham Street in North Philly. He was a freshman at Benjamin Franklin High School.
He was shot in the head, the neck, the chest, the torso, and arm.
Meantime, a third teen was shot around...
On April 25, 2021, at around 8 p.m., gunfire rang out on the 2500 block of North Sydenham Street in North Philadelphia. When officers arrived on scene, they found a young male lying in the street with multiple gunshot wounds. He'd been hit several times, and his condition was critical. With no time to wait for medics, officers loaded him into the back of their patrol car and rushed him to Temple University Hospital. Despite the efforts of trauma staff at Temple, the victim was pronounced dead shortly before 8:15 p.m. He was identified as 15-year-old Kanye Pittman, Reek 1200, Zaire Crawford or Baby 1K, and Yassir Miles or Baby Wick. All YFA members were later identified as the suspects in both of these murders that happened just 30 minutes apart from each other. Following the murders, Reek went into hiding. For over a year, he evaded police by bouncing between Airbnbs, all while continuing to release music. Many of his biggest songs were recorded while he was actively wanted for the two murders. While on the run, Reek would often hint at the murders in his tracks, dropping coded lines that taunted both his enemies and the police, as if daring them to catch him. During this period, Reek had a daughter was born. He only saw her once, in a hospital room where he briefly held her before vanishing back into hiding. In July of 2022, Reek's run came to an end when authorities tracked him down. Prosecutors used cell phone records, location data, and forensic evidence to build a strong case against him. During the trial, Reek insisted that many of his lyrics, even those that seemed to reference his crimes, were fictional. "A lot of songs, we be saying stuff that never even happened," Reek claimed. "It's just to make the song sound right." His lawyer would also argue that this traumatic brain injury played a significant role in the choices Reek made afterward, choices that would lead to devastating consequences. But the jury wasn't convinced. Reek was convicted of 2 counts of first-degree murder for the killings of Kanye Pittman and Nasser Marks and sentenced to 35 years to life in prison. He won't be eligible for parole until 2057, when he'll be 53 years old. If you're into stories like this, real cases, real events, and the
Stay out, dumbass, out them streets. I'm telling you. Shit ain't gonna get you nowhere. Nigga got 50 years? When he was 15, he ain't getting out till he's 65. New to my channel, subscribe, turn on post notifications, like the video. I'm gonna go listen to some of his music real quick, because then I'm ready to record another video. So yeah, I'm out.